All right, guys. Alicia Gagg, Ambassador Diamond. What we're going to do tonight is offer you guys some tips and advice on really finishing the month strong. So whether you are pushing to get in those last few loyal customers to get your volume up, or whether you're pushing to get some distributors signed for the end of the month to get those boxes full and those charts full, or if you're gunning for a promotion, like we are offering you some tips and advice on how to get that promotion. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you have your pens and your papers ready to go, because it's going to be a very quick, very fast-paced Zoom, because month end is, we don't want to take a ton of time away from that. So first and foremost, I'm going to offer just a couple of tips. I've had numerous promotions in the business, being all the way making it to the top as an ambassador. So I've gone through this process quite a few times, and I'm actually doing it again this month, making a promotion for my 2.0 spot. I promoted Tyson to executive yesterday and promoting my 2.0 spot to Ruby today or tomorrow. So I'm excited to hit those promotions right alongside with you. So first and foremost, what I'm going to tell you is never give up, okay? You have 31 days this month. Use all of those 31 days to push for this, to push for your promotion. Whether it be to push until the very end at 11:59 until you see April 1st on the calendar, you're going to push until the very end. Whether that means you're pushing to fill the boxes, or whether that means you're pushing to put in loyal customers so you don't have to worry about them next month, or you are going to put in orders to move in place for you to actually hit that promotion. So you do not give up until it says April 1st. When it says April 1st, you can take a hot second, take a breather, and then you get going again. But you need to work it until the very end. Do not give up. I can tell you that whenever I was pushing for ambassador, I kind of, sort of teeny tiny, had a small, minor setback, breakdown, whatever you want to call it, the night before I was going to promote. And I thought that it wasn't going to happen. But it ended up happening, long story short. So just don't ever give up, and just keep pushing forward and believe 100% that you're going to do it. So that's my one tip that I wanted to offer to you guys. We'll go through, Chrissy, if you wanted to go ahead and give your tip.
Of course. I want to piggyback a little bit off of what you said. I feel like month end is whenever a lot of doubt creeps in for us more than any other time in the month. Is month end. Like, that's whenever the doubt creeps in. You like feel like, oh my God, I can't do this, but we still have all of tonight and 2 more days to do this. So I have seen so much magic happen in 2 days. So I won't doubt anything happening this month, because there's so much that can happen in those 2 days. So don't let that doubt creep in, because like I said, like, this is the biggest time whenever it does creep in with us, and it's a huge mind game. But just fight that from coming in. Just ignore it and keep your head down and keep looking forward, because that's the best thing you can do for these next 2 days. I have a couple of different tips here, but I'll go ahead and just give one here, and then we can bounce back to me if nobody else says it. The one that I wanted to do is create a sense of urgency with your potential. So message them, be like, oh my God, girl, I have 1 spot left for my hair, skin, and nails 90-day challenge. Do you want in? And I'll always tell them, I have 1 spot left and I thought of you. Do you want this, or are you still interested? Create that sense of urgency. You have 1 spot left. Or if you need some volume, like you need a good amount for these last couple of days, tell them you have 1 spot left for the 90-day challenge on the system, because you want to get as many systems through your customers as possible within these next 2 days, because 1 system is 110 BV. So that's huge for you guys. And not only that, that's that package that's going to get them those immediate results that they're looking for those 90 days. So there's nothing wrong with upgrading them to that package. So like on top of that, don't feel bad about asking them if they want to add something onto a package or add something onto a product, because I'm a firm believer that every single person should be using our greens. So even if they're getting hair, skin, and nails, or they're getting fat fighters, they're getting something cheap and simple like that, add on the greens, because everybody needs the greens. So really push those big packages, but beyond that, really try to add something onto what they're already ordering as well. So that's mine for right now.
Pass it on.
Oh, you want me to pass on it? Okay, good. I'm going to go through, I'll pass it on over to Crystal.
Hey, y'all. Okay, so mine is not about the mind game of all of this and how it, I want to talk the logistics of it. Let's chat it, or the charting side. So some tips with that. I know we're at the very end of this month, but you know, for anybody who's, you know, a distributor in this business and anybody who is going for presidential or ambassador in this business, it is the same thing that we're dealing with. Starting with a distributor for you to be a qualified leg for your upline, you need to be a 400 box, which means you need 400 in bonus volume. So for somebody who's new in the business, getting into this, know that you could be a huge part of somebody's promotion by you alone pushing for to be a 400 box. But also anybody up above that. So an executive or somebody who's pushing to be executive, you need two 400 boxes. Well, you fill one, then you move to the next and you fill that other. You know, thinking about, you know, getting your volume in there as you're going for, you know, Ruby, as you're going for Emerald, Diamond, as you climb up, start with, if you're at that, you know, last push, don't toss loyals here, there, and everywhere. Start in one spot and make that happen, and then move on to the next. Because let's be honest, if you're at the very end and you need to buy an order or two or three or whatever, if you have some boxes that have some missing volume, it's easier to buy one or two or three bigger orders to place than it is to figure out how you're going to fill 8 small orders. So, you know, work in one spot and get one like leg finished. One, you know, think about that. Focus in small pieces to make this happen. But like I was saying, you know, being just at the distributor level, starting out, know that you can be so much part of somebody's, you know, success this month and your success for this month, you know, growing that paycheck and whatnot. But knowing that being a qualified leg for somebody is huge. So pushing, you know, to hit that goal for yourself is so important. So, you know, that's my tip there, is just, you know, piece by piece, take it small pieces as you go along. So that's
perfect. I want to add on to that too, because if anybody's new on here and hasn't experienced a part of the promotion, what I think is important to know is we get 5 orders that we can personally make in 1 month and move those. Okay. So, or up to 1,000 BV. So say for instance, like my Ruby chart has, okay, there's 5 boxes, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's highlighted, which means she's at 400. Another highlight, they're at 400. Another highlight at 400. Another highlight at 400. And this one over here is missing just a little bit of volume. So say she's missing 30 volume to be at 400. What I'm going to do is I can place an order for 30 volume, and I can place that under that distributor to get them up and above 400 to fill that. And as soon as that is at 400 is whenever I would roll over to Ruby. So I just wanted to kind of clarify, like we get 5 orders that you can personally make. They're your orders, okay? You place the order, you purchase them, it's your products, it's getting shipped to your house, but you can place them under another distributor. So I hope that made sense. Did that make sense? Yes, nodding of heads. Thank you. Good. Okay. Paige, would you like to go next? Miss is our newest, almost closest to diamond.
Yeah, sorry, I had to unmute myself. All of mine were kind of taken. But Erica did a Zoom with me and my team last night, and I don't know, it's not really a tip, it's more just like, I guess, an attitude and like mindset tip. She was talking to my team and she was like, it's no secret that Paige is shooting for diamonds. But she was like, how you guys are like, have your mindset and like your attitude about her promotion is kind of how your team is going to act towards your promotion too. She was like, it's kind of like a karma thing. Like if you're really excited and trying to push her for her promotion too, kind of like Crystal said, to realize like, even if you're not promoting and you're a 400 leg, like that is still huge. Like you're still part of that promotion because the person promoting couldn't have done it without you, because this whole thing is teamwork. And I don't know, when she said that, it just kind of like clicked in my mind, because the person that signed me up quit a few months after. So I never really had anybody to kind of guide me. And I never really had, I never knew who I was helping promote myself. So it kind of just got myself though into my right mindset too, of even if I had a small little doubt that I wasn't going to promote, but still getting my mind in the right spot of, even if I didn't promote, to have that mindset to help my teammates that are still pushing there for their promotions too.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's it. And just not giving up too, exactly like you guys and Chrissy said, to push to the last minute, use all of the hours in the day that you have to just keep pushing until it says April 1st.
Yes, I love that. It's so true. I'm going to add one more thing on top of that, because what I think, in the past when I was making or getting for a promotion, I kind of had I'll be honest, I had to stop and ask myself, did I shower today? Did I shower yesterday? Like, what's going on with my hair? Or when was the last time I washed it? You will probably rely on dry shampoo and perfume and some deodorant the months that you're gunning for the promotions. Like, just throwing that out there. But you're just got to do what it takes to put all of your marbles in this promotion that you got. So I'm glad that you said it, because it's important to get your mind right, but it's important to work really hard for it. And when doing that, you might have to sacrifice your personal hygiene for a few short days.
To add to that, whenever I went diamond, I remember taking a picture like the next couple to do laundry, and I had, and remind you, at that point, it was just Ryan and I had 8 laundry baskets full of dirty clothes from that month, because I had not done laundry all month. Like, it was, we were scraping by at the end, wearing the.
How many days can I wear this shirt? Like,
can I turn it inside out?
Exactly.
Like, seriously. And I posted that picture, like, this is so worth it. I might have a full day of laundry ahead of me, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be in my time hop here real soon, because March is my 2 year.
Perfect. Michelle, is there anything that you wanted to add?
You guys really kind of touched on all of it. I think the most important thing, you or Chrissy both, excuse me, I'm sorry, is just don't give up. The magic happens at the end of the month, you guys. I know that you've heard that before, but it's so true. You can I remember when I went Emerald, like, it was 11:58 and I was like waiting for it to turn over, and you're waiting. And at that point, I didn't know if you sent in a ticket, like, this is it just hasn't turned, so just do that too. If you guys have orders that you're getting on March 31st and they've not posted, send in a ticket saying this order was here. It was, that way you have kind of something to back up with, but don't wait that late. Just don't wait that long. Work now and work tomorrow and work Friday. And just be ready. Be ready. But don't give up. It is so easy to give up at the end of the month.
It is. And I'm glad that you said that, because one of the things that I'm going to say, and then I'll pass it on to Chrissy because I know that she has some stuff too. But so back when I was hitting some of my very first promotions, we would have to wait like days, it felt like, before an order would be placed, and it would be placed under the right distributor and the volume would adjust. Like now it doesn't take as long. But I'm still a firm believer that you should not wait to do that part of it until the very last minute. Like for me, if you know a box is going to need some volume, like get that order taken care of today or tomorrow. I personally don't like waiting until the 31st to make that part happen. That's when my nerves start to get a little bit shot. Because what if something happens? So I just like to make sure it's all done by then. And one more thing I'm going to add, and then I'm going to pass it on. There's a few things for me whenever I am promoting that I always have on hand towards the month end, okay? So I have my pencil. I have my chart. Everything's updated on my chart. I use a pencil so I can erase and write down. I always have a highlighter so I can highlight who is done, and I always have a calculator because I need to figure out what volume is still needed for certain boxes.
In a case of energy.
In a case of energy. And what I was actually trying to print out earlier was the product BV list. So I always have an updated product BV list next to me too. If you do have to place an order, I know exactly what BV I'm going for, and I'm going to go according to that list. So those are a few things that I like to have on hand with me. So Chrissy, go ahead.
Okay. And I want to add on top of that, you're also going to want some confianza, because if you haven't experienced month end before, like you're going to understand what exactly we're talking about whenever you experience like your first like month in pushing hard for a promotion. Like you'll get it. It's kind of stressful, but it's kind of like a rush and a high at the same time. So yeah, you'll totally understand that hopefully really, really soon. But I had a couple more tips that I want to do as far as, yes, I love month end. I have mine behind me. I have a couple more tips on like getting those orders in if you're pushing for volume, whatnot. I have two different ones. One of them, actually I have three. So one of them is reaching out to all your current loyal customers and letting them know of their perk points. Now, while we aren't going to get the BV of the perk points that they use, we're going to get the remainder amount. So let's just say they ordered Fat Fighters and they had only 10 perk points. So 10 perk points are going to get applied to that, but Fat Fighters BV is 25. So we're going to get 15 of that BV that we're going to be able to use towards that box of wherever that loyal customer is at. So definitely reach out to all of your loyal customers, remind them of their perk points, encourage them to get an order in. And if you need to, let them know that that order is going to help you hit a big promotion this month, because they're going to be more inclined to do that if they know that it's going to help you with doing something. But then also in addition to that, reaching out to your friends and family that have never ordered from you and just let them know, put the guilt trip on them if you need to. Like let them know that you are pushing for something really, really big this month for your family, and their support would mean more to you now than it ever has. Just ask them, would you try out a product for me for 90 days? Even if they'll do something like just the Fat Fighters, that's 25 BV that's going to be able to help you. And the last one that I wanted to add is parties, because that is a quick way to, you can do a steps to success at a party. So if you are, let's say you need some volume and you need some new team members, reach out to your loyal customers or your friends and family and ask them to just host a last minute party for you. You can do them online. I did 9 online within the past week. So parties are a huge one to really get some extra volume. And if you have some more boxes that need to be filled on your chart, is the parties are going to help with that a lot. So let's see here. I think that's all I really had. Like one of them that I want to add with your potentials, following up with them, even if you've already followed up with them earlier in the month, just let them know that you're closing up your orders for the month and ask them if they're interested in getting it in there. So I use that a lot. Hey, I'm closing up my orders for the month. I thought of you. Were you still interested in the wraps? So just something super simple like that. So that, I think that's all I have wrote down.
Yeah, that's actually what I was getting ready to say next is you at this point in the game, at end of month, should not have a chicken list. There's nobody off, you know, of your list at this point. So you should be sending a message out to everybody, you know, hey, just like you said, Chrissy, hey girl, I'm closing up orders for the month. Like, what do you think about getting your order in? And even talking about, like, you're gunning for a promotion. Like, would you be willing to help me make that happen? So I'm glad you said that. Are there any questions that you guys have about month end that we can answer really quick? Anybody? You can unmute yourself or type it up in the comments. Bueller? Anybody? Bueller? No? Okay. If there's not any questions, who is going for a promotion March 31st? Well, I am too. Yay! High five, friends. High five. Awesome job, guys. Okay. Ruby, good deal. Awesome. You totally do that. You're going Ruby with me. So if you guys, again, if there's not any other questions, we'll get off here and go back to work.